Hello, everyone. Greetings, brave warriors, and welcome all to Imperia Online World Cup podcast. I am Mitko.
And I'm Vicky.
We are broadcasting live on YouTube from Imperia Online Headquarters. Today is day 14 in the World Cup qualifiers, and tomorrow, Vicky, we will have exactly 2 weeks have passed since the fourth World Cup mm,
Clash of Nations.
Clash of Nations, has begun.
Yeah, when we're going to have kind of a little milestone of
Yeah,
sorts.
yeah,
So, speaking of that, we already have 3 World Cups that
yeah,
have passed in the 3 consecutive years before
yeah.
this one. So, you have seen them all. We have had,
I have.
this is the fourth World Cup.
Yeah.
We've had 7 Nomads Invasion tournaments before them. And so, how do you feel when you look back?
Well, I feel old,
How
Vicky.
so?
I'm joking, of course.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it.
I feel young and energized. By the way, I won't speak about how I feel because I think it would be way too pretentious. Instead, I will show you, Vicky, and all of you, my friends, a video. It is made by one of our devoted fans for the first edition of the World Cup in 2011. Please, video. Well, uh, you saw how I feel about the World Cup. If you allow me, I will read the this
Yeah, we are getting very
announcements.
emotional, but I'll allow it.
Thank you. And so shall the brother raise a sword against his kin. The fields will soak with blood. Not greed, but their sacred right shall drive them to defend their homeland. And also, there will be no mercy for cowards, traitors, and deserters. This is what is basically the World Cup for me, Vicky. Kudos again to Meo if he watches us at the moment, the author of this epic video, and which, of course, caught the emotions of this grand event.
Well, he indeed did a great job, and now we are going to do our job
Yeah,
and give you a little insight on how the waves are going since yesterday. Uh,
probably epic the way the video goes.
well, of course, everything is epic in Imperial Online,
Yes,
even our
yes,
failures
that's a nice logo.
here in front.
Everything is
Yeah,
epic
here before the
in
camera.
Imperia Online.
So, yesterday was the 13th wave. It was day 13 as well. The wave was led by Robusta, and it was a fortress siege. So, I'm actually not going to go through the numbers of his army again because we don't want to bore people. But the results are kind of okay-ish, let's say.
Okay-ish.
Okay-ish.
I like the sound of that.
22,000 wins for the Nomads, which means 22,000 losses for us. Okay, for the Imperial Defenders, let's say, because I think we
22
are
smiles for us.
22.
You can say it.
Yeah, so for the Imperial Defenders, we've got 6,500 wins, which is kind of the same as usual, I guess.
Probably, but they are starting to diminish.
Yeah,
Don't forget that this is attacking two provinces,
of
so
course,
we have
yes.
to divide
the third
this
and
this
fourth.
figure. Let's write it down again. How many wins?
For the Imperial Defenders?
Yes,
6,500.
6,000
Yes, 500.
and 500, which
3,750 should be.
yes. So we basically have less than 4,000 wins. This is another milestone that we have crossed. So the Imperial Defenders who have successful defenses are diminishing. If you remember last
Yeah,
week, they are more than 4,000.
The lowest we had was about 4,000 wins for the
Yeah,
Imperial Defenders. Now we've got 3,750.
Yeah. So the figures are starting to look not very good for the
Wait,
Imperial
no,
Defenders.
that's wrong. 3,250, I think. Yep, 250, which is
Sorry.
even less. 3,250 wins,
Yes.
even less. This is going to the epic fail compilation that we are going to do one day.
Which we are going to do at the end of the podcasts, of
Ah,
course.
Okay. Yeah, people in chat have already mentioned it, so
Thank you, people.
thank you,
Thank
people.
you for correcting me.
And me.
That's
It
very
was
kind
me,
of
actually.
of you.
Yeah. So, yeah, looks like the statistics don't look that well, actually.
They
Huh.
look terrible.
Yeah, well, the Nomads are getting stronger, that's
Yeah.
for sure. We were
Yeah.
hoping the Imperial Defenders are getting stronger as well, but...
But they
Oh
are
well.
getting weaker.
And speaking of getting weaker, we have one new statistic that we are showing since yesterday,
Yeah.
which is the number of undefeated, yet
Yeah.
undefeated by the Nomads players. And we had 101 players from Serbia yesterday that were still undefeated. Today this number dropped to 94 people. So
Oh.
94 people from Serbia, 94 players, are still undefeated, but 6 Serbian players were defeated in today's wave, yesterday's actually. And Brazil keeps the second spot with 88 undefeated players, and Bulgaria has the third one with 84. Actually, Bulgaria pretty much shares the fourth spot with Romania. Romania has 84 players as well that stand undefeated to this day. But let's have a look at how the statistics look when talking about countries and their
Success ratio. I love success ratio. How are the
Yes.
Russians?
The Russians, by the way,
Yeah.
I guess they took their lesson yesterday, and they are again with very high numbers.
Do you think that they watched the podcast?
Well, I think a lot of Russians watch the podcast,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure that they kind of felt they have loosened up a bit.
Yeah.
and made sure to correct this mistake. So the Russians have more than 33% success ratio in yesterday's wave.
Nice.
Yes, and the next one, when talking about countries, nations with more than 500 contestants in the World Cup qualifiers, we've got the second spot occupied by the Bulgarians still, with almost 29%. But again, we've got the huge gap, 4%. Between the first ones, the Russians, and the second ones, the Bulgarians. And the third spot goes to Romania with 28.6%. So close to the Bulgarians in a way, but we are getting a bit, it's getting hot and tight in here as well once more. So the fourth spot is for Spain, the fifth spot is for Italy. But the thing I wanted to mention is that the Russians are are staying ahead again. So this is when we are talking about the huge nations, the nations with more than 500 players, contestants in the World Cup. But when talking about nations with
Oh my god.
wait. Okay. We've got a delivery protocol to sign, and we've got an urgent notice from the development department.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Okay, the developers are saying they're giving us an error 404 not found. I just want to mention that this
Can we get a
is
close-up,
how developers write, because they have made an error in writing down the word error.
Oh my god.
Can you see it?
Yeah. They made I won't even comment on that. It's so
this is
so
the reason.
embarrassing.
This is the reason why they are developers and not copywriters, for
and
example.
not hosts of shows, apparently.
Okay, well, this was an interesting interruption. We didn't learn anything new, except for the fact that we should never hire our developers, for our programmers, for copywriters and news managers.
Kill them with fire.
Okay, now I wanted to mention that yesterday, when we talked about nations with more than 100 contestants in the World Cup qualifiers, we had an interesting sight. We had Greece at the first spot, and Russia at the second spot. Today, the Russians have succeeded to beat the Greece, the Greece, okay, with their 33%, and
the Greeks.
The Greeks, yes, something wasn't right in this sentence.
The Greeks. You owe
I'm
me.
still thinking about the error.
You owe me 5 euros.
5 what?
5 euros.
5 euros. Okay.
Yeah, for correcting you. Thank you.
Okay, €5 on your account are flying to it after the show. So Greece keeps the second spot with almost 30%, but the difference is huge.
Yeah.
3% for the Russians.
Yeah.
And the Bulgarians are keeping the third spot here as well, with 29%, as I already mentioned. And from here on now, they are pretty much the same ones as in the other ranking. So the Greek have fallen beneath the Russians today. And in terms of individual players, we've got pretty much the same top 5 players, but I just want to mention that Arthur One, who is the leading player, he's from Brazil, and is still ahead of everyone else, has already has about 880,000 net worth points. So in probably a day or two, he's going to get 1 million net worth points.
He grows like a mushroom.
Yes, definitely. So this is pretty much, I think, enough numbers for today for the wave that hit yesterday, Robusta's wave. And I actually think you can give us something beyond the numbers, something that you think about the results from yesterday's wave. We already saw that the results are not that satisfying
Yeah,
for now.
and we already determined that
Yeah.
we suck at math.
Yes. By the way, I want to just to do a little, just to mention that today we're going to give some rewards to people that are watching right now. Be ready to answer some questions.
You spoiled it.
No. I have already announced it on our Facebook page.
Oh.
Yeah, so that people can come and compete with other viewers.
Oh.
Yeah. So stay tuned. We're going to have some rewards given today, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know if we should do it today during the stream or give
We
this
will see.
opportunity to.
We will see.
Okay. Stay tuned. Rewards are on the way.
Well.
So about the wave, yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Vicky,
Thank you,
for
Mitko.
allowing me to speak.
Thank you for speaking.
Yeah. Well, Vicky, we were all excited about this nomad attack, the yesterday's. As it was the first one containing heavy troops. It is a classical sieging army layout. You have enough swordsmen and siege machines to bring the level 6 fortress wall down fast and to try to overpower the garrison. As you can see from this picture, which I will show you now. Let's just see the picture. Yes, as you can see from the picture, the fortress wall has indeed taken a significant beating, but not enough if your garrison is full of heavy archers. You can see here the direct correlation between having heavy archers, low net worth points losses, and the big fat war income you will receive. Yesterday we talked about how important it is to fight and successfully defend against the nomad horde. See the figures now, Vicky.
Yes.
2.5 million wood and 2.5 million iron. I personally have already started drooling by the looks of this war income. What can you do with this a large amount of resources? Well, you have millions and millions of options, but I will mention some of them. You put it in military research, of course, or you try to get the next level of centralization. Can you do it? I think you can. You hire the necessary army in order to fend off the incoming nomad pillage, which is always more dangerous than the fortress sieges, or probably upgrade the most important building in your empire. Which is the most important building in the empire, Vicky?
The fortress.
Of course, right you are. Let's show...
What do I win?
A candy.
Candy.
Yeah. Let's show the fortress to the people and let's show them what I am talking about. Yes, you guessed it, guys. This is fortress level 7 building in one of our deeply classified secret accounts on the qualifiers. This is by all means a very important upgrade, if not the most important one. Level 7 fortress means you now swim with the big sharks in the qualifiers. Why? Actually, this is a question I would like to ask our viewers, by the way. So, the first 3 answers in the live stream chat will receive rewards. So, my friends, are you ready for a little quiz? I hope you are. Here is the question I'm going to ask you.
Wait.
Okay?
So this is the thing I mentioned.
Yes.
Just want to make it clear. This is the
Yes.
thing that is going to potentially give you rewards.
Yes, yes. The question. So the question I'm going to ask you is, why is it so important to have a level 7 fortress at this phase of the competition? We will even write it down so you all can see it. I expect your answers in the live stream chat by the end of today's show. Let's see how fast you all can think. Then we will read the 3 we like most. So good luck to you all. Let's repeat the question again. Why is it so important to have a level 7 fortress at this phase of the competition? Your move, smart ones. And while you are answering the question, we will continue with an info for the current Nomad wave, which will be presented, of course, by my lovely assistant and friend Vicky.
Yes.
How about the wave that is about to strike
in
pretty soon?
In about an hour from now.
Yeah.
Yes. So in about from an hour from now, wave number 14 is going to strike. It is led by Ivanina, a Nomad general we have already seen in the qualifiers about a week ago.
Yeah.
It is going to be a pillage.
Yeah.
And she has an army consisting of 5,000 light spearmen.
Let's show it to the people.
Yes, of course, keep in mind I'm giving you the clear base numbers while Mitko is showing you numbers with coefficients and
a largely
additions.
Boosted.
Yes, additions depending on
attacking
where you are
armies.
in the ranking. So 5,000 light spearmen, 2,500 light cavalry, and 1,500 heavy spearmen. We are already seeing a second Nomad army with heavy units in it.
Yeah.
And she is going to strike to attack 2 provinces at once, starting from the 3rd and 4th annexed provinces.
Yes.
So
here they are, 3rd and 4th.
Yes.
Annexed provinces.
So she is striking in about an hour. Anything to add, Mitko?
Well, I have a bunch of stuff to add.
Yeah, as usual,
Yeah.
some tips and things to blame our viewers tomorrow for. Things
and make fun of them, of course.
Because they didn't listen well enough.
Yeah, I hope you will track the answers of our question.
Yes, they started answering because they're this awesome.
Okay.
Our viewers.
Of course they are. This is a wave I call forget about defense with light units, Vicky. We have a pillage that comes in the 3rd and the 4th annexed.
Me. I am going to.
You want to write it?
Yes.
Write it down. Oh, by all means, be my guest.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have a wave that will hit in the 3rd and 4th annexed provinces. You can write that down.
3rd
and 4th.
I'm not sure if it's clear enough.
Do we have an answer?
Clear
is
enough?
It clear enough? Okay. In the 3rd and the 4th annexed provinces.
Okay.
Vicky, indeed, I tried all kinds of calculations for this nasty pillage, and the only conclusion I came up with was that if you are facing an army with high coefficient, let's say at least 50% like it is here in our account, and if you are facing this army with light units, I simply don't see how will you manage to even hire that many units. Yes, in order to successfully defend yourself in two provinces. You can do it in some parallel universe, but not in ours. I can assure you.
So, what do they have to do
The,
then?
the, the Nomad army layout is made so the cavalry will go at both flanks
Yes.
and will simply destroy everyone and his mother, no matter what you throw at it. This is probably the first army in the qualifiers that requires heavy units exclusively for a successful defense. Also, letting
No slacking.
no. Also, letting go this pillage can be tricky because of its huge pillage power. Yes, again, because of the cavalry. The cavalry is huge in this attack. If your third and fourth provinces are not developed well enough, and if you didn't invest resources in upgrading your sanctuaries, and if your generals don't have enough skills for pillage protection, you could be in trouble if you decide not to bother with fighting. 30,000 plus pillaging strength, you can write it down. In a boosted, you can face up to 30,000 pillaging strength. That means that this army, if boosted enough, can kill 30,000 of your civilians in a certain province. This is something. This is something that would definitely make you think. This time your population will not be replenished in a couple of hours, and of course we come to the logical conclusion. Do you want to have an easy field battle with a nice war income from two provinces? Do you want to farm some easy experience for your generals? Do you have all the necessary tech for heavy troops? If the answer to these three questions is yes, then you will not have problems with successfully defending both of your provinces. As John Connor from Terminator 2 says, easy money. Let me show you how easy it would be on our screen. We will go to the third and the fourth annexed province, and you will see the army deployment you will need to successfully fend off this army. You need some kind of 2,000 and 2,500 heavy spearmen and about 3,000 heavy archers and some some swordsmen for a change. It will be that easy, and you will have minimal losses if you defend this this attack with heavy units. So that's it.
So this time actually we have a case where letting the pillage go unnoticed and unchallenged, yes,
Yeah.
is even if you did it previously in the form of tactic or strategy, this time it really cannot happen.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Okay, this is important to know.
Yeah. All in all, just get your heavy troops ready because you will need them more and more in the next.
Yes,
you cannot go by without them.
Yes. So this is pretty much everything that we had to say about yesterday's attack and today's attack.
Yeah.
I think we have to do a small clarification about the question that we asked you. our viewers.
Yeah.
The question, why is it important to have level 7 fortress at this phase of the competition? And as we already talked with you, I think we are going to leave it open for people to answer on YouTube as well after the stream ends. And tomorrow we are going to give rewards to the first 3 people here that answered live on YouTube in our live chat, and probably give reward one person, excuse me, one person from the comment section of YouTube. What do you say?
That we especially liked.
Yes.
For example, yeah.
A
why
very extensive answer or very original one.
Yeah, to the point. Yeah, guys, the more original and the more creative you are in your answers, the better you will look.
Yes, here on the live stream
Yeah.
in the chat, it was all about speed, but
Yeah,
in the comment section after the stream is uploaded, after the video from today is uploaded, it will be about creativity and knowledge. Yes.
probably.
So if you weren't among the first 3 people, don't be sad yet. Just go into our channel, and if you haven't subscribe. Go to our channel and leave a comment below the video, because you have the chance to get some rewards, some prizes.
And because you're all awesome.
Yes, you're all awesome. And this is it for today, I think.
Yeah, this is it for today. We are expecting your input, your comments, your answers, your even opinions on everything.
And
suggestions about the World Cup. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.